Hey everyone, let's start healing. I'm Adrienne Murchison, and I just wanted to bring you this segment of the Let's Start Healing podcast. I don't know if I'm going to put this up as an episode or if I am just coming to you in this moment, but I wanted to share this day, just some grace that I feel came upon me today. I, well, Before I get to that, I'm just thinking of something that I want to share that relates. And that is that I have been watching this show on Peacock called Day of the Jackal. And I highly recommend that you watch this show if you have Peacock. It is intense, it is really, really good. And I binged the episodes that are currently out. And I was watching an episode. The Jackal, I'm not giving anything away, is an assassin. And I was watching an episode where he encountered someone who knew what he was about. And the Jackal basically said, I will kill you if I need to. And he did not say those words. He conveyed that in the conversation where it was clear. And I thought it was so powerful because it had me thinking about that idea of people always show you who they are. And it is really true for all of us. You know, we show people who we are. So it is really about how we want to show up because the real us is going to reveal itself. And let's say someone can misinterpret who you are. Well, they don't really know you, and the real you will reveal itself at some point in time. And I find that so powerful because I know for myself, at any point in time, I mean, we are all multidimensional. For me, at any point in time, you're going to get a loving part of me most of the time, but you might get something else. You might get some fire sometimes. You might get some pushback sometimes. I am so loyal that if it's about somebody that I love, oh, you're going to get something from me sometime in some kind of way. But it all comes down to love. And I just think that that is so significant because we can't really hide who we are. We can't really do that. Who we really are is always going to reveal itself. So it's best that we just try to be our best selves, but that's not that's not really reality in a lot of cases, right? The late Wayne Dyer, he used to have this story that he would always bring up about an orange. And if you squeeze an orange, what comes out, right? And orange juice comes out because that's what's inside. And I mean, I have heard this 100 times when I listen to Wayne Dyer. He's brought, not 100 times, but he's brought this up so many times. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And he'll say, orange juice comes out because that's what's inside. And so what I'm saying is that we can't really hide who we are. Like the real us, we may as well show up as our authentic selves because what's going to come out at some point in time, what's inside. That will reveal itself. What's inside? What's inside? What's really inside us is love, the love of God. But we tend to cover up that love, many of us, with layers of other things. And so what will come out often are those other things. instead of that real love inside. And actually, A Course in Miracles would say, well, those other things that come out, those are a call for love, whether it's hate, anger, agitation, that's a call for love. If it's not that, then what's underneath will come out, and that's love. And that's who we really are. Well, anyway, let me get to what I want to share about today and just the grace that I felt today. I woke up this morning and I didn't have a lot of sleep because I was up late watching the Jackal. And I felt some angst inside my spirit, inside, my gut, to tell you the truth. Just some agita, not from food, not from anything like that, but from just in my spirit. I just didn't feel great. And as I was laying in the bed and I was trying to think about what I could really share with God, with God about, in an honest way about, what is this that I feel is showing up for me? I get this text from a loved one, and it was a loved one saying to me that basically, I see you. I see you. I see what you're about. I think you're awesome. I think you're a blessing. It was just like all these wonderful messages in one message. And it was so powerful. And I think that all of us are created holy, beautiful, awesome, powerful children of God, each of us. And we don't necessarily see ourselves this way. And when somebody else sees that in you, isn't it powerful? And it's we can have a tendency to just kind of shrug that off. And I'm grateful that I have the grace in me to receive it, because honestly, my loved ones, some of my friends have been saying this to me at different points in time recently. And I feel like sometimes, like, really? Are you sure? What do you mean? But I receive it because that's my hope. What they're saying is my hope. And so if they say that they actually see that, I want to receive that in grace. I want to receive it in grace. And it was just such a blessing for this person to say this to me. It was beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. And it was like, it was a text, then it was a follow-up text, and a follow-up text of, I see you. That's what it all boiled down to. And those weren't even the words. Nowhere in there was, I see you. But that was the message. I see you. I see who you are. I see what you're doing. This is what I think about that. And it's just so important, I believe, that we honor each other in these different ways, and that uh, we can receive it when it comes along. So that happened. And then I get up and I'm feeling some kind of way. Like, I don't know, my spirit just felt like I needed a particular type of gentleness this morning. And so the spiritual teachers that I would normally turn on and listen to weren't really landing for me. And I thought, well, I think I'll listen to some gospel music as I'm getting dressed and going to take out my Shiloh for a walk. And I wanted to hear particular soothing kind of music of gospel music. I didn't want to hear, I don't know, something too like too much. That was too much. And so whatever, something came on, and I'm telling you, it was letting me know that it was my mother, my late mom, speaking to me in spirit. Right before the song came on, well, when one particular song came on and I was thinking about her, I was kind of talking to her in a little cynical way, like, yeah, 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 this isn't really you. I'm trying to make it you, but it's not you, you know, although I know that my mother's really with me all the time. And then the next song comes on, and there's just no question, no question. And then the next song, and then the next song, and the song after that, and the song after that was just family members who have all passed. It was just completely just all with me, like these songs in particular. And it was just such grace and beauty. And that I'm so grateful. Like God can bless us in so many different ways. That's what I think is just so awesome. So many different ways. And then, just throughout the day, first of all, I was so happy and grateful that my day has shifted from how I felt when I woke up this morning. I figured that eventually, by the time I was able to sit down and say my prayers, I was going to be able to get out of my angst, which was going to probably be about 30 or 40 minutes later from the time that I actually got out of the bed. But I didn't have to go through that 30 or 40 minutes. God just handled it right there. And then it just carried on. And then the day was just full of grace and included one of my friends just extending a gesture that was just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so, one of the things that I want to convey with what I'm sharing is how my faith teaches me, and I want to share this with you, that when we're feeling some kind of way or we find ourselves in a situation, we can say to God, I choose again. I want to look at this differently. Perhaps there's a different way of looking at this. Please remove the blocks to my awareness. Please bless me with your grace. I feel blocked. Help me. Help me. I need your help. I mean, it is all about simply opening up, just opening up that communication channel. And I think it's okay if we don't know what comes next, but we can ask. We can ask for grace around right now, right now. So, this is pretty much what I wanted to share. And I think it can all be summed up to grace. Grace is really what we are all entitled to, all of us. Every last one of us is entitled to that grace of God, of that divine spirit inside of us. And it is just a matter of leaning into that grace and allowing for it to come to us because it's right there. And that's what I felt today. I felt the grace of God, and I love it, and I'm grateful. And I'm grateful also for the grace that all of us have. that all of us have. And so if you happen to feel agita, that I like to say, if you happen to feel upset, if you happen to feel angst or anger or sadness or blocked, anything that you feel that you are struggling with, I just invite you to lean into that divine grace and to ask for release from that struggle. Ask for release from that struggle, and you'll feel it. You will feel it. So let's start healing